So this is my star guide for Plants vs. Zombies 2. This is the first level of the game, Ancient Egypt Day 1. And actually there are no stars rewarded for this level the first time you play through it. But after completing all of the Ancient Egypt levels, it will unlock 3 additional star challenges for all of the main levels, all of the main course levels in Ancient Egypt. So if you haven't figured that out yet, just keep playing through, and after you finish the last one, it'll unlock that for you. So what I'm going to do for all my 3-star guides, or 3-star videos, or actually 4-star videos for a lot of the levels, is for the sections leading up to the huge wave of zombies is approaching, I'm going to put that at like 5x speed because it's kind of dull watching or the beginning parts of the game, just planting all the sunflowers and collecting a lot of resources. And then, yeah, when the huge wave of zombies is there, I will put it down to regular speed so you can take a little bit closer look at the formation of the plants that I'm using and what plants I'm using and all that kind of stuff. So you may have noticed, I guess I'll just talk some basic strategy for the first couple videos. So this challenge, this is interesting. There's a line of flowers in the ground and you cannot let the zombies cross that line. So you have to kind of make that an important place for you, and be sure to put all your defenses up ahead of that. So as you can see, I've unlocked quite a few new plants compared to the last level. To plant, like the potato bomb. Like the potato bomb is great for the first couple waves because it only costs 25 sun. It recharges relatively quickly, and you can use it as a line of defense, like, and just let the, it takes a little bit of time to plant, to become active, but if you're patient, it's a great way to take out those first couple zombies without having to put down an expensive repeater or a pea shooter or boomerang or a rock or something like that. In the Ancient Egypt levels, for all of the levels in Ancient Egypt, I'm going to only use the plants that are available to me in the Ancient Egypt part. So I'm not going to be using the corn catapults, which you unlock very early on in the Pirates world. And I'll only be using the repeater and the bonk choy and the rock, which is a very good combination. This level, or this challenge, you can only plant, 12 total plants? And yeah, so I guess I'll talk about the bonk choy. He's a really good plant because he will destroy a single zombie that's coming at him before the zombie has a chance to do a single hit of damage if it's just a default unarmored zombie. And if there's only one of them, if there's 2 zombies right next to each other, they will get to the bonk choy and potentially kill the bonk choy if you don't put a rock in front of it. So for this challenge, you can't you can't plant any plants on those back 2 rows where Crazy Dave is growing his mold. And then, so that kind of pushes your lines up a little bit, giving you a little bit less time to react and a little bit less time to plant all the sunflowers and the stuff like that. So you have to work a little bit further forward. And you can only do 12 plants, which is tricky. So this last one, this last challenge, you can only spend 1,250 total sun. So what that does is that lets you get 2 full rows of sunflowers and 1 row of pea shooters and 1 row of walnuts, or just rocks, as I like to call them. So it's for a lot of these fixed income challenges, they're very easy as long as you can do the math right and kind of have a plan ahead of time. One thing that they also don't explain is when you Oh, actually, you know what? This isn't that kind of a challenge. There are some challenges later on where they give you a fixed amount ahead of time, and then you spend it all at once, and then you hit start, and then basically you don't have the ability to change anything after that. And those, if you use the shovel, you get your cash back right at the very beginning. But I don't think that you get your cash back on this one if you use the shovel to dig up some of your flowers. And then also it said you can only lose one plant the entire time. The ice flowers and the potato bombs, those count as a lost plant. So you cannot use those, or they're not smart to use at all for these challenges that require to lose only one or potentially zero plants.